What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we have the first weekly reset of Shadowkeep, Season of Undying, and New Light, so it's a pretty big one in the game as all of our powerful rewards refresh. Then we also have the arrival of Hero Nightmare Hunts, so that should be pretty cool and I'll be keeping you guys posted with that on the channel, but otherwise the grind continues, and who knows what other secrets and new content could be in store for us this week, so we'll round up all of the weekly reset stuff inside of this video guys, but firstly, if any of you are looking for a tasty, healthy alternative to energy drinks, then check out my sponsor Now Drinks, as they do have some pretty awesome drinks and flavours designed to help gamers with focus and memory. So if you want to check them out, the link for that will be down below, and if you use code Houndish at checkout right now, you'll get a free shakeout with any order, so details for that are in the description. Now though, let's get into the weekly reset. So initially, for the seasonal roadmap this week, the only listed piece of brand new content will be the Hero Nightmare Hunts. Otherwise, aside from the unexpected stuff, of which I'm sure there will be quite a few things, we do still have the power grind, seasonal ranks, the artifact, new builds, and of course farming the new loot tables, so let's round up the in-game content for this week. So first up, we are now back on the moon for another weekly reset, and when you go and visit Eris, of course she does have some weekly powerful stuff, so initially, we've got the memory of Veltalo right here, and we had one of these last week. I believe it was for Saimota? I think that was the one, but essentially this is where you need to go back and play the replayable story mission on the moon, and I believe that is going to grant us powerful gear. Of course, if you're wondering exactly where you can find that, this is the replayable mission here. Be sure to pick up Luna's Recall, as this is going to be the one that grants powerful gear, but then of course we have Luna's Spelunker, which is where we need to loot chests in 3 of the moon's lost sectors. And yeah, this will lead to weekly powerful gear as well, so definitely pay attention to that, and of course, all of the normal bounties that'll award XP, and maybe some additional or brand new ghost shells to trace down on the moon. But here, of course, are our new Nightmare Hunts, so we've got a bunch that are showing up on the map, and there are different ones, so we've got the Nightmare of Fogoth right there, the Nightmare of Tanix the Scarred, that'll be cool, and the Nightmare of Dominus Gaul as well. And then when you select them, this is where you actually get the different versions, so the hero mode is now here. We can see that it's 920 power. And for modifiers, we've got Martyr, where Exploder units have more health, Champion's Unstoppable, as well as Champion's Barrier, and then we've got the Torment of Gaul for this one in particular, but of course those champion mods are the ones linked to the seasonal artifact, so yeah, it'd be cool to jump in and try these out, and they are listing powerful gear all at tier 1 right there, and presumably you can complete all of them to get a powerful drop this week, so definitely going to be pretty good in terms of powerful gear, and I will keep you posted if there are any additional rewards. On the Director, challenges have refreshed as we connect to Destiny 2 service right there, but powerful drops include all of the stuff that you can pick up from vendors in the tower by completing bounties. Of course, some of them are powerful, and then some of the older stuff will actually show legendary gear, so be sure to focus on the powerful stuff if it's power that you want. But otherwise we have the powerful gear that we listed at Eris, of course the Vex Offensive, and then the weekly Flashpoint, which this week is going to be the Tangled Shore, so you do get powerful gear by completing the activities, but remember, you no longer get it from doing the heroic adventures. Then there is the Vanguard stuff, the Gambit stuff, as well as Crucible, so alongside the raid, there is plenty of powerful gear in the game. Also in terms of powerful gear, remember that the first 2 Overlord kills you make in a Vex invasion every week seem to grant powerful drops, and those are per character, so don't sleep on those if you're looking for more power. And then there is the Nightfall Ordeal, and of course you can get powerful and pinnacle gear here if you can do the 100k run, but it is listing the moon as the strike this week, so this one will take place in the Scarlet Keep, which is pretty awesome. But for other Nightfalls, we do have the Insight Terminus, and here you can get the Long Goodbye Sniper. We also have Exodus Crash, and this one drops Impact Velocity, and then Hollowed Lair, where you can get the Mindbender's Ambition. So those are the Nightfall exclusive drops. And considering we have to jump into the Heroic playlist for some powerful gear, we do have Void Singe, Iron, and then we've got Heavyweight up right now. Of course, be sure to visit Hawthorne in the tower, and make sure you're picking up those clan engrams, because they will help you power up a little bit. She does have the raid challenges for the old raids, and then Akora also has some stuff right here, of course in the form of her powerful to complete a bunch of bounties, but also those weeklies that'll give you a bunch of XP and those Vex Mind components. For Eververse though, we do have a featured section for Bright Dust right here, primarily with stuff from Season of Opulence as you can see, and then of course there is a ton of new stuff that you can get with Silver. Let me know your thoughts about that. It has been a topic of conversation, although I believe Bungie said that they're going to be increasing the amount of new stuff from this season, you know, as the season goes on. But right here you can see the servers are currently at capacity, which is absolutely lovely, so obviously a lot of people are trying to sign in. However, from those final seconds in the store, you can spy the inventory for Bright Dust there, and I'm seeing the Empyrean Greaves, I believe that is the Titan set of Eververse boots available for Bright Dust this week, so you can at least pick up one of the new pieces, but otherwise check out the rest of that inventory in game. And also, as always, be sure to visit the vendors and pick up all of those bounties, especially Banshee, the Vanguard, and Shax. They also have the weeklies that can award a ton of XP, which is very important right now. Before we talk about final bits of content, Bungie have made some changes to heavy ammo in the Crucible right now, and that's what the hotfix today was for. So Control will now have heavy ammo spawn in at 45 seconds, and then every 120 seconds, and it was previously spawning at 45, and then every 60 seconds. So that's a pretty solid adjustment. On top of this though, Clash and Supremacy will now have heavy ammo spawn in at 60 seconds, and then every 120 seconds, and it previously spawned in initially at 15 seconds, and then every 60 seconds after that. They say they don't have a way to update the 3v3 survival mode right now, but they do plan on making changes to it later this month, where it'll spawn in at 60 seconds, and then again 60 seconds later. So let us know your thoughts about that, but just a quick update to how heavy ammo is working in the game. To round up a couple more things about legacy content right here, for Escalation Protocol this week, all 3 of the weapons are going to be available, so if you want to farm Protocol for either Armor 2.0, which of course might be a good shout, especially if you're a fan of that gear, or if you're simply collecting any of the weapons, maybe as a new light player as well, by killing that final boss you will have a chance to get any of the weapons this week. In the Dreaming City, we are on week 3 of the Curse. Of course, that doesn't play quite as big of a role now because the Shattered Throne dungeon is permanently available. But for the Ascendant Challenge, it will be the Keep of Owned Edges challenge, and this is accessed via Harbinger's Seclude on the map for Dreaming City. Of course, if you are a brand new player, you can check out guides on how to complete all of that Dreaming City content. But if you're a new player and you're looking for the Ascendant Challenge, I will run some gameplay with how you can get to this week's location at the end of the video. And otherwise, that basically rounds up the content stuff for this week. I'll keep you posted with additional guides, news, and all of that good stuff, but there is a growing known issues list for Season of Undying and Shadowkeep, so just to reiterate some of those things in case you're experiencing any problems, and I will link the known issues thread down below by the way, but worth bearing in mind that players will not receive the Gatelord's Eye at Season Rank 7 if they claim it in an equipment locked activity. Be sure not to do that. If it has been abandoned, the completed Essence of Anguish quest step can be reacquired only by unlocking the Lectern of Enchantment. Then the In Search of Answers quest step might not appear in a player's inventory even after talking with Eris, so if you can't find any quest steps, be sure to check the Postmaster, as it could possibly be there. If the Firewall quest step is dismantled after completing Eris's weekly bounty, players will have to wait a week before they can obtain a new one. I'm not sure if there'll be any specific items associated with the weekly quest that Eris has now, but bear in mind that Luna's Calling weekly quest cannot be deleted before collecting the rewards, otherwise you will have to wait an entire week to complete it again, because it's on that weekly lockout. They are looking into issues with content licensing, migration, purchases for the Season Pass and Shadowkeep, Silver and all of those kind of related things, so once again, if you have experienced any issues, definitely check out that known issues thread. But for today guys, that is everything we have to round up in the weekly reset initially, and I'll keep you posted on additional stuff as it rolls out. But if you've enjoyed this video, a rating down below is very much appreciated. If you're new to the channel, be sure to get subscribed to see a lot more D2 content. Once again, massive thank you for all of the support you've shown here on the channel in the first week of Shadowkeep. It's definitely been a pretty busy one, but after a couple of quieter weeks at the end of the summer, it certainly is really nice to have a bunch of stuff to cover and talk about again, so as always, I appreciate you guys being a part of that, and if you're new to the channel, feel free to get subscribed if you have enjoyed the content, as I cover news, guides, and most of the major things associated with Destiny 2 right here on the channel. Otherwise though, thank you for tuning in guys, and whatever you get up to, I hope you have an awesome week in D2.